how could I say it, that is working out there in any document that we can use information out of that document. The key is that it is Superior Townships. And that's what we want to get across. And most importantly, what we want to get across is that politics will not interfere with the development and whatever we need to do with this community center. Brenda and I were at a county meeting, and there was a document that supposedly was represented, some members of the county. There were 3 commissioners, Commissioner Jefferson, Shank, and Hodge, Administrator Deal, myself, and Treasurer McKinney. We were all in attendance at this meeting. And we were not aware of this document, which concerned us to no end. I think I will leave it there with my comments. I'm sure there are other trustees that want to speak, but the bottom line is I hope we don't spend too much time today in this meeting rehashing and figuring out what happened, what the problems are, because believe me, that may come out. What we want to do today is to let you know, the public, since you really can't communicate, this is basically a board meeting, that we're going to do what's best and trust us. I know that there's a lot of us here that will do that, and I know I'm committed to doing so within my next 3 years, to making sure something happens. Are there any other?
Yeah, I would like to make a comment.
Speak in your mic, please. And turn it up, thank you.
I would like to make a comment, and I agree with Lynette, but I would like to say, I know for a fact that everyone in this board supports a community center in Superior Township. And as Lynette said, we have a lot of pockets of people who are in that census tract that has not been brought up over the last few years. It's not just Danbury and Sycamore. We have other people in our township who have needs as well. And we were just dumbfounded to be at that meeting, and someone said, "You mean you haven't seen this document?" And I was embarrassed. I mean, like, what are you talking about? So I agree that everyone on this board supports a community center. We want to be involved. We just don't want the decisions just taken away from us, because we are the township board. And we've listened to you all I think with a lot of great respect. Now we're asking you to listen to us, please, so that we can go forward with this project and not lose any support that's out there in the community that we have. I'm hearing that if this continues the way it is, like Lynette said, we don't want to lose the support that we have. So, that's what I gotta say.
Is there anybody on the board?
I just like to say, I'm sorry, were you gonna speak? No, I don't need a mic, I have an educator's voice, I'm sorry. I just like to say, Lynette actually eloquently stated exactly probably the sentiments of us. I think the embarrassment that Brenda stated was probably what we all felt. We were more, because I think it came to us on a Friday over the weekend, and we were just almost flabbergasted at the fact that this was occurring. And it really was very frustrating and very saddening because, again, we are in support of, but we also understand that there are steps too. And those steps they have to start here. And so we were really concerned about that. And so I just echo the sentiments. And again, I think Lynette opened it very eloquently, and Brenda's statement about us being embarrassed. I believe that we probably all felt that to the 10th power. Sorry.
To the 10th?
To the 10th, at least to the 10th power.
Yeah, I would definitely echo about the support. The support is definitely there. The will is there, the desire is there. We will do everything that we can to scrap hard for this community. I think that what we have learned is that it is important as a board of trustees for us to all speak with one voice. So we have definitely, I think we're all committed to speaking with one voice. And that is why we said, and we are committed to also, as we're making the decisions moving forward, that this is not gonna just be the board telling the community, but we are going to engage the community. You are the reason for a community center. So you will be engaged, you will be a part of the process. But one of the things we have to do is control the narrative in terms of other people who want to do, and start taking over. I mean, it had gotten so far as they had already named the community center. So I was like, what the heck is going on here? We hadn't gotten that far yet. So we are lockstep with our community. We are lockstep with everybody who has came before us for the last several months, bringing their ideas, bringing their thoughts, bringing their passion. We are just equally as passionate as you are, and we're gonna do everything that we can to make sure that that community center happens one way or another. Whether if it's not at Cheney, it's gonna be somewhere, but we're gonna make something happen, and we're gonna work with all the right people to bring the funding in and everything that we need to do to create a usable, sustainable location for our community.
Anybody else?
I just love what everybody has to say, and I second and third and fourth it. And this is wonderful. It's your community center. You have to have input every step of the way.
So,
Okay.
just real quick, Ken. So, people will be involved, and we will definitely have the youth as a part of the advisory board.
They are committed.
So I just want to say that there will be a document that will be coming that's not really ours, but it's going to be the Hobbs and Black analysis of the school, Cheney, and what it will take to revamp it into a community center. So that document will be shared with us. It won't really be our document, but we all knew it was coming, and we all are grateful that Hobbs and Black and Stern Brothers Construction is taking this on free of charge.
Well, let me say one comment there. I don't know who mentioned that, but it was you and you that were gonna have a committee,
Advisory board.
Advisory board.
advisory board. But what I would like to see and make sure that our advisory board is well diverse. And I have spoken with a few people in the Latino community who would love to be on this advisory board. So
They will be.
I just hope that we can
That
make
would
it a nice
definitely
diverse,
happen.
I wanna make sure that we can make this a nice diverse board.
Well, summing that up, Bernice made a motion to have this community center advisory committee at the last meeting, but it was sort of, we adopted the idea, but we haven't really fleshed out everything. And Bernice, I think you were gonna maybe take that on to kind of put a skeleton together on that?
We're working on it.
Okay,
So what,
And we won't take a lot of time working on it because time is of the essence, in my opinion. We need to get going, and I hope this report comes in soon. I really hope that we can use Cheney, but because for me to build from ground up will take way too much time. And as we visited Cheney, the structure, in my opinion, was solid. We just need to put money into the renovations and bring it back up to par.
so I would like to find out when that report will be given, and it should given to us, or is it given to someone else? Because
I'm not sure.
I believe,
I think we need
Bernice,
to,
I believe it's gonna be sent to Kathy Wyatt.
okay,
And then my understanding is she would distribute it to the Ypsilanti School, community schools, and would distribute it to the township. She may also distribute it to the county commissioners from this district too. I don't know.
I would probably tell Kathy Wyatt that any transfer of properties between Superior Township and the school district, it doesn't really involve Kathy Wyatt per se, other than she apparently has been working on, this proposal since 2016 or 17. But I think it's very important that Hobbs and Black lets us and it's
Board.
not so much Kathy Wyatt. She's-
Exactly. I
And-
agree.
and you
That
know,
seems weird.
I
I
have to say, I had a conversation with someone today that, This didn't just come up, a community center, it didn't come up with the report that, whatever that report is out there that we have now. There was a group of people talking about this prior to that time. I served on that group. I have a picture even of the people that were a part of that group. Kathy Wyatt was a part of the group, but something happened as it relates to the leadership at Christian Love Church, and as a result of that leadership, it just died out a little bit, and someone else took over and took information that we had and we were doing, and I have all the proof. So,
Didn't the COVID sort of slow things down too?
COVID did, but it really wasn't COVID all the way, in all honesty, so. It's just politics.
Thank you, Lynn. Are any board members want to say anything else? If not, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I do have one more question, I'm sorry. Can we establish a date, certain when we will have, Shell for the advisory committee tonight?
Comment on that, I think we would definitely have a shell of an advisory committee, prior to our next board meeting.
Okay.
And who's going to be part of that?
That's what we will have, a shell of the advisory board
I think create
at
a
the
shell,
next.
then we start to fill the platform,
Absolutely.
because we want to ask the
Yes.
community and make sure whoever is engaging, whether it be from the community, from the board, that they're providing the time, that they're dedicated and committed, and that they're gonna definitely be, present for those meetings to make those
Absolutely.
decisions.
Okay. I have a question, so I'm just trying to get an understanding. According to this, what you say, this document, that you guys didn't have no input into, after y'all saw the document, do y'all feel okay with the document?
It doesn't represent our board. There's information in there that's usable, but it does not represent this board.
Okay. So, if I got this right, we have some folks that's making decisions for Superior Township without you guys.
Exactly. That's
What?
exactly what
Can we see this document? 'Cause
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Okay, and I support you guys, but and I trust you guys. But I got a big problem there with the sickness and the rottenness in Washington County, okay? And when you get to be Ann Arbor versus Ipsy, Ipsy's in the ditch, okay? Now, I'm gonna say, it's going way back. So and I'm not trying to cause any, I just wanna make sure that the signal have been sent, that I don't care what it is, if you guys ain't involved in it, we ain't gonna handle it. And I don't care if I have to burn the whole place down. We're not taking no more if you don't have the input that we elected y'all to be, to have.
Who is that behind that mask?
Jerry,
I thought so. Jerry Clifton? Who's- Yes,
Okay,
Jerry, you are exactly right.
mhm.
And just like Nancy here, one of our trustees, she hasn't even seen it.
I haven't seen it.
So we've had no input.
okay. So all I'm saying is, from my perspective, if you haven't seen it, and they say going forward, you're gonna be involved, no. Then they're gonna run over you again.
No,
You can't trust, I'm telling you, you cannot trust. Now, you asking us to trust you, and I do. I don't trust them.
Mr.
So the problem is, can we see this document?
Yes,
Because
you can.
if I see the document, and then whatever changes y'all make will get it back right, that enables us to help you guys more. But if I don't see the document, then it's gonna put a question on you guys. And it's not just me, I'm just saying, I know how politics, I know how systems work, I know how the government works, because I've been a part of it all. So all I'm saying is, for the township that we pay taxes to, okay? And you are our representative, and they didn't inform you, we sat back, we taken that they are informing you guys. You follow me? And I'm not saying, I know you said time is of the essence, but listen to me. I waited 400 years and ain't got nothing, but I ain't going another day, okay?
You're right.
Jerry, let me just say this. The document was created by somebody at the sheriff's department,
One
which was one person, that accumulated data that they thought was important to advance the community center for the area. They ended up putting on this document the township logo, so it kind of inferred that the board approved this or was part of its creation, which it was not. And then it was shared. They gave me a copy of it. I never looked at it. And then it was shared with some people at the county. And then when they had a Zoom meeting about a week ago or so, the county administrator said, oh, there's this document that's got the township logo on. And then he was, I think, unsure, like, who was the author of the document? But the township was not the author of the document.
And if I, in defense of that meeting, the county, the two individuals that spoke up said they didn't even read it because it did not come from Superior Charter Township. Okay, so let's clearly understand that. I think we just have a person out there that's just very excited, you know, to get going on a community center and just excluded us in that excitement. And it will be taken care of.
Okay, Jerry.
Okay, I just say this and I'll be quiet. The problem I have with that, I don't believe in accidents, and I don't believe in mistakes that it's somebody else's advantage. And you guys will never have what you need to get done to do anything if someone feels emboldened enough to do something without notifying you or letting you know what's going on. They already done took one step, and just like a dog, you start to bite, it'll bite anybody. So all I'm saying is, y'all do, I trust y'all to do what's best for us, and I'm gonna be quiet about it, but I would like to see that document.
So Jerry, the person who authored this has acknowledged they made a mistake and has apologized. And, you know, I think that's probably where we're at. The document, we can forward it to anybody who wants it. Okay, Jerry. You know, I can forward it to you today when I get back to my office. I got your email. If that's okay with the board.
I think we might wanna give it to anybody else that wants it.
Yeah, of course.
Nancy, the board member, she hasn't even seen it.
Nancy
She has
has
a clue what's happening.
You got a
She
copy.